I would like to think that in Brighton we are presenting work that is not presented elsewhere. Sometimes we take programmes that are on offer around the UK and around Europe, across the world, but when we put them on in Brighton, I always like to think of a different way of presenting them. So we might put them in a church, we might light them in a different way, we might offer something slightly different, a different experience to the audience. So, for example, one of our artists is Isabelle Faust. She's a solo violinist. She's going to play all the Bach violin sonatas and partitas, and she will be in All Saints. It will be one woman and a violin, and we can actually make something really special in that particular venue. So even something that she may be playing somewhere else in the world will feel unique to Brighton. One of our programmes is called Animals. It's a chamber choir of 32 singers, the New London Chamber Choir, with their new artistic director, Matthew Hamilton. They are considered one of the best professional chamber choirs in the country, particularly responding to contemporary music. Their contemporary programmes are really fantastic. And the programme is built around everything from very early music to music written yesterday. One of the pieces, for example, they're singing by Janacek, who was a French composer writing in France in the 1500s. And one of his pieces is the Song of the Birds. And literally the singers have to sound like birds. And so you get these little rounds where they're tweeting or they're cuckooing, and but within that it's the most really challenging piece, but they make it sound completely effortless. One of our other projects that's really linked towards some of Ali's thoughts about memory in particular is a project we've developed in collaboration with some partners in France. This particular project was developed by the Comedie de Picardie, which is based in Amiens. It's the regional theatre producing house, and they are in the Somme region. They are in the heart of the Somme region. So they wanted to develop a performance that would somehow show and reflect the thoughts and the feelings of French people and World War I. There's music by songs by Gurney and Butterworth, who were involved in the First World War, were soldiers in the First World War. There's some of Vaughan Williams' The Lark Ascending. The backdrop, which is very atmospheric, has been created by the students at the University of the Creative Arts in Canterbury, who's one of the partners in the project, who have been helped by the Royal Opera House workshops, who are one of the other partners. So it's a real collaboration. My next very strong woman is Barbara Hannigan, who is the most staggering singer. She's going to give us a programme of works by Mozart and Stravinsky with the Brighton Sinfonia. Brighton Sinfonia are phenomenal musicians. They've come to us quite a lot in Brighton, so our Brighton audiences know them. So a combination of Barbara, who sings, turns around and directs a bit, she will just carry the whole evening. And my third strong woman, well, actually there's two strong women in this collaboration, is something that we've built especially for us, which is an evening of Handel called Being Both, with Susanna Waters, who was the director of our Down by the Greenwood Side opera last year, and Alice Coote, who is another phenomenal singer, world renowned. It's really getting the audience to look at these Handel roles in a very different way. If you're a woman and you're singing a male role, how do you do that? How do you present it? If you're a woman singing a woman's role, how do you do that? So that whole evening is much more about getting the audience and changing their perceptions, hopefully, and their reflections on how that works, and as an artist, what you do. Our big closing concert this year will be with the Halle Orchestra, who are coming down from Manchester for a special concert in the festival with Sir Mark Elder, who is a Brighton Festival Chorus's president, so he'll be working with his own chorus, which will be lovely for the chorus to work with him this time. The concert has got Janacek's suite from the Cunning Little Vixen opera. It also features Benjamin Grosvenor, who's an amazing young pianist, who will play the Shostakovich First Piano Concerto, which also has an incredible trumpet solo in it. So watch out for the phenomenal trumpet playing. And then the second half of that concert will be Janacek's Glagolitic Mass, with our own chorus. How to describe that? It's an absolute tour de force. There'll be about 250 performers on stage, and it's kind of hold on to your hats time. It will be a really rousing and exciting concert.